Flooding has become a recurring decimal in recent years in Nigeria. Hardly will a month go by without a flooding case being recorded. Every year, citizens that are residing along river banks across Patigi local government experience heavy flooding as a result of the release of excess water from River Niger and River Benue. This year, the flood in Patigi claimed 9 lives, and in a bid to give back to the society, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission (HYPPADEC) has set out to distribute relief materials to residents of Patigi. Patigi, the capital of Patigi local government area of Kwara State, a predominantly agrarian community, has been battling flooding in recent years. These incessant floodings have destroyed many farmlands and have wiped out over 20 communities in the local government.
The number of the farms cannot be said, but it's a large land, and what they plant is rice and tomatoes, all those things. But the most important one is rice. Those are the things that destroyed. What we can do, or maybe what the government can do for us, is just if from the top there, or they can dig this our river for us, at least I believe it will reduce the overflowing of the water. If it can be the water can be dredged, it will reduce the overflowing. So we need the government to come to our aid and do that for us.
Year in, year out, the dwellers of these settlements are displaced from their home communities, either for a while or forever. The floods that occurred this year have been the greatest ever recorded in the history of Patigi. As a means of alleviating the hard times faced by the people of Patigi, the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission (HYPPADEC) has commenced the distribution of relief materials worth about 50 million naira to 1,200 households affected by the floods. While speaking at the flag-off of the distribution of the relief materials in Patigi, the Managing Director of HYPPADEC, Abubakar Sadiq Yalwa, disclosed that the items will be distributed to 2,800 beneficiaries affected by the flood in the area. According to Alhaji Abubakar, who was represented by the Director of Community and Rural Development, Dr. Mahmoud Mohammed, the Commission will also support the affected communities with medical consumables.
We are here to see the level of devastation, where in terms of lives, properties, as well as their health, because it is believed that aftermath of flooding, there is likely going to be breakout of epidemics. Epidemics like cholera, to be specific. It is very, very, very critical in this case. And that is the more reason why we are here to distribute the relief materials, not only distribution of relief materials, but we are also here with our medical experts who are going to attend to our community people, the riverine people who are already being infected by the epidemics or other diseases.
The Managing Director further expressed worry over the refusal of the people living along the river banks to relocate to safer areas. He thereafter called for the enactment of legislation that will ban people from living along river banks to save their lives and properties.
They turned their deaf ear to all the warnings decades ago. Move out of this zone. Move out of this zone. They will not move. So my message for you people, my riverine community, please leave this zone. You have been wailing, crying that what you are experiencing this year is far, far more than what we have experienced decades ago. So believe that there is a climatic change, and this thing will keep increasing. Next year's own will be worse. So prepare to leave that zone. At a point, the government will not longer listen to you again, because he has talked to you and you refuse to listen. The rainfall, you can't stop it. And it must be accumulated up the dam there. And whether we like it or not, unless we want to pass through another calamity worse than flooding, because there is another calamity that is worse than flooding. Do you know what it is? Dam failure. If they don't discharge the water and allow the water to be there, the pressure of water will push the dam away, and the calamity that is associated with the dam failure is worse than what we are experiencing now.
In his address, the Etu Patigi, Alhaji Ibrahim Umar Boloji II, commended HYPPADEC for providing relief materials to those affected by flood in the community.
On behalf of myself and the entire traditional rulers from Kwara North and the entire Kwara State, we want to sincerely appreciate the management of HYPPADEC, most especially the director, the MD, rather. We sincerely want to thank you for this support for our people. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to protect you and guide you and continue to see more of this to our people.
Some beneficiaries of the relief materials who spoke with newsmen appreciated the timely intervention of HYPPADEC towards alleviating their despair. They also appealed to the federal government to build permanent houses for them in several areas to enable them to relocate.
It's happened in the night. We are sleeping by then, and the water now floods enter our houses. We thank God that we have the canoes. If not, we can lost some people's their life. So it's affecting our farms, affecting our house, affecting all the goods that we are having. So now we just need the assist from the government. The government should be assisting us to able to giving us what we are required, where we can settle down our families. The government to supply, to help us what we can eat and what we can use to farm.
The only business we hope on in our community is farming and fishing. And whenever flood come, it do take away all our belonging properties. So we don't know how we can be able, we have it in our intention to migrate, but we don't have money to build accommodation. That is why we cannot be able to make it. We want government to try its possible best to build houses for us so that we can migrate. When it is time for us to migrate, we can migrate. Then after the flood, we can come back for our own business again.
Timileyin Okunlola reporting for ANF TV.